I'm going to see when I come live. It's redirecting. It's setting it up for Facebook Live. Yeah, we just have to start. Ermin, one more time. I apologize for not. Really, I thought I added you. I don't know what I was thinking.
It's okay.
All right, we're live. It's official. Good. I'm going to get out of here. So please find me on Facebook and share the video. I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to share to my groups. I'm going to share to my page. Has anybody else seen me? Because I'm on.
Not yet.
Okay, I'm on there.
I'm looking for you.
Okay, we got 3 people watching.
Okay. Yep.
Yeah.
For you.
And on her
So
page.
we're going to start in about, yeah, I'm going to share with one more page in my personal group. And then if anybody wants to share, just go ahead and share. Hi, everybody. We are live. You know what I say about live all the time, right? You cannot edit live. So we are live. We're getting set up here. We are live. Boom. Okay.
It's good. Do the base.
Okay. All right. Buenas tardes, everybody. Good afternoon. My name is Dr. Lulu, aka the Momatrician. Welcome. Welcome to today's show. We are missing one of our sisters. Hopefully she will join us, but you know, this is CNN. The show must go on. So if you're just joining me for the first time, if you don't know me, I don't know why not. Where have you been, honey? My name is Dr. Lulu, aka the Momatrician. I'm a board certified pediatrician and I'm a mom of a LGBTQ plus adult, young adult. Yeah, I'm going to change that. No longer child, because we're young adults. So my name is Dr. Lulu, aka the Momatrician. I'm a board certified pediatrician and I'm a mom of an LGBTQ plus young adult. How about that? I am a real doctor. Stop asking me about my MD. If one more person asks me about my MD, I'm going to come get you, okay? Black girls go to med school. Okay? Stop it. All right. So here's what's happening. We are interviewing, well, 4 moms, because I am one, 4 moms of LGBTQ plus kids. Today, we have the show called Black and Gay in America, aka BAGA. BAGA series. Today's episode 3. So if you haven't seen the first 2, I don't know what rock you live under. Come. Pow! Get out of that rock. All right, now go check and see about the others so you can join us so you don't miss anything. But today we're taking to 4 moms, and I just saw the other mom. She just joined us, so this is awesome. She's joining us from South Africa, so bear with us with the technological difficulties we might be having. If you're watching me, please type in the comment section if you're watching us live, or type in the comment section if you're watching us on the replay, okay? And on the, I think that's about all we have. Is everybody ready to get going? I was just trying to wait on the sister. I don't know. I feel bad, but I'm trying to wait on her. I'm trying to buy time. But anyway, so in the meantime, even though I'm a pediatrician and an author and a speaker, I also coach parents of LGBTQ plus kids. Yes, I help them. I partner with them. We get joined together at the hip to help them accept and support and understand their special unicorn rainbow babies so that they can shine and thrive in life without judgment or limitation. That's about it. So if you've ever been ostracized or judged in your life, you will know why these parents need to be really aggressive when it comes to doing what they're doing. So I see we have 14 shares. This is great. We have 11 people watching. So let's get started. Dr. Ann is saying, hi, Dr. Lulu. Candace says, so happy to see you all here. So we're getting a lot of love already. So without further ado, let's get started. I want to start by reading a couple of messages I've received in the last 1 week. One of them was within the hour. When I tell you all that I'm doing the work of God, you don't believe me. I am doing the work of God, and the moms here are all doing the work of God. And I'll tell you why. Just 2 minutes before this show started, I got this message. This gentleman on Instagram says, "Dear Dr. Lulu, I hope all is well. I'm reaching out today because my mom does a support group, and I thought you might have some information or could give me some leads. My mother does a support group with parents of children with special needs or Spanish speakers. Everything we find tends to be in English. Porque hablo español. Hablo español, so es muy necesario hablar español from time to time. So he's reaching out to me porque hablo español. You never know. So keep doing what you're doing." And then she touches many topics, and some of which are sexuality, gender, and identity. Okay? As an LGBTQ plus child myself, this gentleman says, "I fell down an Instagram rabbit hole and found your interview that you did recently with Andrea." Yes! Okay, I loved it, especially as someone who is going into social psychology as a researcher, hoping to research intersections between race and sexuality. All right, Andrea, right? It makes me happy to see your work. So I just wanted to thank you from the bottom of my little nerdy heart. What?
Oh,
All right. Welcome, Thebeka. Hi,
hi,
sis.
Thebeka.
We were waiting for you, honey. Let's have a smile on our pretty faces. So that's one message, okay? It's always good to start with the good messages. Now I got a not so good message as well, okay? Because these things happen, not towards me per se, but just a message from someone who's been following me for a while, and she felt the need to share this with me. She shared a message that she shared with another friend, and essentially telling this friend that the child that they're dealing with is currently actively suicidal. I'm going to say that again for those at the back. The little girl is actively suicidal as we speak because of rejection. Okay, let me read it a little bit. It's long. I've been sharing your stuff with my friend who's been hardcore rejecting, but I'm going to keep doing it, she says. I hope the universe shifts her mindset. She's losing a beautiful child that she's raised since she was 2 weeks old because she just wants to be seen. Remember what we said? These kids want to be seen. They need you to see them. Because I work in the suicide prevention arena, I know people that jump because they don't want to die. No, they want to be seen. And so check this out. 14 years old, and the girl now ran away. Okay? This just happened. The girl ran away. Okay, this is how serious it is. And I could go on and on and on. But the point I'm trying to make is if you're watching me, please type in the comment section if you have any questions. It's going to be awesome. And then we can get started. I was waiting for T, but I think we lost her again. So let's just get started. So please type your questions in the comments. I can see your questions. All right, let's go. So we're going to do alphabetical. So Andrea, yes. And then, of course, Ermin, and then Kitia. So Andrea, sis, who are you and why the heck are you doing this interview? You got 1 minute, sis. Go.
So I'm Andrea Johnstone. I'm a life coach, an anti-racist life coach. I'm a scientist, and I'm a mother of an LGBTQ plus daughter who is 12 years old. She's bisexual. She came out when she was like 9, going on 10. And so I am here to help other parents support the LGBTQ plus children. I think that I'm doing life-saving work, and Dr. Lulu's doing life-saving work. So that's why I'm here.
We're all doing life-saving work today because we're pouring into parents, mothers, skeptics, Christians. You know me, I can go there. I don't mind going there, honey. I'm a Christian, but I'm a pour into you, Christian. Let's do this. Ermin, why is you here, sister? Why is you here? Ermin and I met, wait. I gotta tell you this. Ermin and I are in a group together, okay? Oh, I should have said that about Andrea. Andrea, I'm going to come back to you. Ermin and I are in the group together, okay? And then she posted about her baby, and I saw it, and I was like, but I didn't say anything. Then she posted again. I'm like, I hear you. Ermin, hello. What's going on? So, Ermin, why are you here, my beautiful Black sister? Why is you here?
Well, first, I want to say thank you for inviting me. And I'm here. My name is Ermin Baptiste. I am from the US Virgin Islands, from St. Croix. And I have a female to male trans daughter, a trans son, my bad. My struggle is the pronouns, so bear with me. She was born, or he was born female, assigned female, and is in transition right now. I am a brand manager at one of the retail stores here in Georgia. And currently I have two businesses that I'm starting. One of them, it's Bella Vision. That's on Facebook. You could find us there. And I'm actually getting involved in Bella Vision House of Trans, where I'm trying to create a shelter for young adults and regular adults, but they must be a part of the LGBTQ family. I'm trying to create a shelter for them, because a lot of us have friends or friends' kids and adults that we know that were discarded. What's that word I'm looking for? They were thrown out. They have no home, nowhere to take a bath, no food. And I want to provide what I've been for my kid for other people out there. So that's what I'm working on right now. And I thought sharing, it's always good to share love. I have lots of love to share for all these kids.
Yes, yes, yes. And let me tell you something. Every now and again, you meet someone like yourself. You give them 1 minute and they take 5, but that's okay. Thank you, Jane. I love it. All right, so we're going to scoot on over to Kitia. Girl, I went there. Yes, I went there. But but even before we do that, even before we go to Kitia, you're getting some love here, Ermin. So
Thank you.
Kimberly says, my struggle is pronouns also. So
Yes.
Ermin and Kimberly, y'all need to sign up with me so I can show you how I am working on my pronouns. But this is good. We're going to be vulnerable,
definitely
transparent. There's no, what, just bring it to the table. Listen, when a mother goes to battle, she goes as she is. She's not going to go prepare, go get some fancy stuff. No, she comes as she is. That's what these moms are doing. Ermin just showed you that even she is still in the process of getting the pronouns.
Yes.
And so she's not afraid to say so. I want you to understand that. Thebeka, we see you, sis. The struggle is real with Thebeka. So we're going to hop on to Kitia. Hi, sis. Kitia,
hey, Dr. Lulu, how are you? Hi.
Hi,
well,
Kitia.
my name is Kitia, and I want to first thank Dr. Lulu for inviting me back. This is my second show, and I'm here because I have a coming out lesbian daughter. She's 30 years old. And as far as I can remember, she came out at the age of 24. And I'm here today to again show my daughter that I support her. I'm here today to let my daughter know that I am behind her 100%. And whatever decision that she decides to make, I'm there. I'm her #1 cheerleader. I am her #1 supporter. And I'm going to go to bat for her with whoever, whatever the cause is, and that I love her so very much. I'm here.
That, sis.
I'm a counselor also as well in a maximum security prison for men, where I also deal with trans, I deal with bisexual, and I also deal with hidden sexual, what we call gay by the stay, men. And I also deal with open homosexual men on a daily basis. So this is what I do on a daily. For the last 23 years, I've dealt with men, I've dealt with women, and I've also dealt with children.
Wow, so powerful. And we're really struggling to get to Thebeka. She is, I'm just going to go ahead and just do what I know. So
I'm trying
Thebeka
to
is the mother of a trans assigned male trans woman. So she was
Okay.
assigned male at birth, and she is a trans woman. That's Thebeka's daughter. So I wanted Thebeka to meet Ermin so badly because this is so needed. And I'm so thankful that we have me, who is a mother of just a regular LGBT gay male, non-binary. We've got Andrea, who is the mother of a lesbian, bisexual, pan, either way, female. Okay. Then we've got Ermin, who's the mother of a trans male. And then Thebeka, whenever she joins us, a mother of a trans female. So this is so important. Like this room here, you're going to get answers to all the questions that you have. And of course, there's Kitia, who is just a good old-fashioned mother to just a lesbian. This is so important that we have a combination of these Black women. And let me tell you something. We're coming from 5 different states and countries. Andrea is in Canada. I'm in North Mexico, okay? Because San Antonio is not Mexico.
Oh,
Ermin is
Dr.
in
Lulu.
North. Yes, this is
Dr.
North
Lulu,
Mexico.
I'm in Connecticut. I'm in
Connecticut.
Connecticut.
Okay, I don't know why I thought you were in Canada. I don't know why.
USA.
I always think you're in Canada. And then we've got so 5 states. I was right, 5 states. And then Thebeka is in South Africa. I mean, this is just the range of people in the space. So this is real. We're going to get started, and hopefully Thebeka will join us. And if you're watching us, the show is called Black and Gay in America, and I am the host. Yes, the hostess for the mostest. And we're just having conversations with Black people who are not ashamed to talk about the fact that they're Black and they're gay, because it's a thing, and it's not a thing to be ashamed of or afraid of. So we're going to get started right away. So Andrea, first question goes to you. When did you know that your child is in the LGBTQ plus community? When did you know, Andrea? So you're going to get about a minute or two. Everyone is going to go around as always,
Okay.
so we can have a good, healthy conversation. Okay. So Andrea, shoot.
So she actually just came out and she told me, but before that I did notice that she was making a lot of these anime videos, and there was a lot of like gay men kissing in them, or it would be girls and girls kissing. And so I did wonder, I wonder what's going on. I had a little bit of a suspicion, but then she just at around 9 going on 10, she just like, yeah, I have a crush on a girl, and I like girls, but she didn't quite know the language yet. So I said, I told her, well, that means you're lesbian. And she looked it up and she was like, yeah, I'm definitely lesbian. Later on, she decided, I like both girls and boys. So, and she knew what the terminology was, like, because she's been talking with her friends and looking it up. And she's like, okay, I'm bisexual. She might be pan, but she's like, maybe not yet.
This is so good. So, and I know, we're laughing because it's important to laugh. I mean, enough of the pain and sadness and guilt around this. There's so much more going on in the world. People are dying by the day. People are losing their jobs. There's just too much more going on for us to just be feeling this sense of woe, where you're thinking about a child who all they want to do is just be themselves.
Absolutely.
All they want to be is literally just be themselves. So, Andrea, I'm coming back to you. What was the exact age that you started noticing the anime? You said 9 she came out to you, but what was the exact age that you started noticing?
So she was almost 10 when she finally came out, but she was around 9 because I always checked on what she was doing online. And she was definitely around like 9 years old when she was making those animes, and she seemed to be fascinated. Because what she, like what the world was teaching her, and I don't remember ever teaching her that you're a girl and you have to like boys. I don't remember. Maybe I did subliminally because that's the world we're living in. But she was fascinated with this anime, and she was making her own videos from that. And then she just came out it was just seemed like she didn't seem afraid or anything. She was just like, yeah, this is what I am. And I believe, for me, I was very accepting. She did have an issue with her father, and he's working through his own stuff right now. But it didn't seem at the time that it was just this painful thing to Kana. She's just like, this is, she doesn't see what the big deal is, So it was like me, the one who was worried because, of course, I made it about me. Like, how am I going to protect my child? Somebody is going to hurt her. What about all the homophobic people in my family? And stuff like that. But when I talked to her about it, she's like, Mom, I don't understand. Like, what's the problem? She doesn't
me.
get
I love it. I love it. I love it. And so just to take a moment, if you're just joining us, kindly let us know where you're watching us from. I've seen Judy. Hi, Judy. Judy says, hey there, super loving mamas. This is so good. And then Pyrat says, joining from Oklahoma, loving listening to you. So you are already making waves. You're already affecting hearts. If anybody knows anybody who knows Tyler Perry or Oprah, holla out your girl, okay? Maybe that thing fast, honey. Okay, yes. So, Ermin, girl,
Yes.
talk to me, honey. I want you to take a bite out of what Andrea said. Her daughter was 9, 10, doing things that made her mama suspect, right?
Yes.
And then look how she said her daughter was just so okay, just coming out to her. I want to say kudos to Andrea for creating such a safe space where your child feels like, I'm just gonna tell my mama and just call it a day. Like, what's for dinner? Like, mama, I'm a lesbian.
Right.
What's for dinner? So, Ermin, talk to
Yes.
us. What's going on? When did you know your baby?
Well, for me, I noticed with my baby Nico, he was about 3 years old when I started to notice. I would do his hair because Nico had a lot of hair, and I would put barrettes in Nico's hair, and Nico would tell his dad, Nico would tell his dad, they hurt, Dad. They hurt me. And I would look at Nico and I would say, that don't hurt you. But Nico's dad would take them out. And that's what Nico wanted. Not only that, when I would drop Nico off at preschool and I would watch interactions with the kids, and Nico would come home and I would say, oh, I see, that's your little boyfriend, huh? And Nico would tell me, yeah, but I knew Nico was lying because I could tell. So it's little signs that I saw. When Nico was about 11, because I always chose Nico's clothing, and I would dress Nico how my mom taught me to dress a little girl. I would give her the skinny jeans, the little cute tops. And at 11, 12, Nico said, okay, Ma, I'm not doing it anymore. I'm not wearing the tight jeans. I'm wearing my basketball shorts and my slippers and my socks. And I yelled, I was like, only gay people wear that. What's wrong with you? I did say that because I wanted Nico, I had already accepted it, but I wanted Nico to tell me. I wanted Nico to say, listen, Ma, but Nico wasn't ready at that time. I kind of said, you know what, if you let somebody else tell me this and you don't tell me this, I'm gonna have a problem. Mm-hmm. A few days later, Nico told me, okay, Ma, this is what it is. But I already knew. I just wanted confirmation so that I could know how to move forward with Nico. That was all. It wasn't like, I'm gonna disown you or anything like that. I just wanted Nico to accept it. And it wasn't something that was forced on her. I didn't force it on him. I just wanted him to embrace himself, because I already knew since you were about 3 what was up. So it's many little things that over the years we as parents we see, and a lot of parents out there they try to ignore it just based on what society is gonna think of them. And they think about themselves like, what are my friends gonna say? What's the church gonna say? That's us being selfish parents, because we're not thinking about our kids. We're thinking about how it's gonna affect us. And once I got past that, I don't have family members that disown Nico, because Nico has been Nico from day one. That kid has not changed. And everything they'll tell you, Nico's mature, everyone loves Nico. So it hasn't been a change for me. The change was more so when I saw it at 3, I tried to deter it, because that's what I was taught. That's how I was brought up. So I tried, and Nico will tell you, everything was pink for Nico. So I tried to deter it. So when people say it's a learned process, no, it's not something that's learned. That's been there. It's just they had to find their way, or how to show it to us, but it's always been there.
Wow.
I'm gonna leave it at that, so I don't get into 5 minutes.
Yes. I'm trying to, no, you're good. I'm trying to let her in and then listen to you and take my notes. So my phone is here, you're here, and my notebook is here. But yes, I took some notes though. I love what you said about little Nico at the age of 3 being manipulative. I love that. You didn't have to, not in a negative way, because again, joyful parenting, okay? But that child knew if they can take the beret off, if they can just take it off, that's one less thing to deal with. And so what you've made us realize is the fact that parents have to open their eyes. And one of the things I talk about, because I again, my platform is suicide prevention, I talk about the fact that 4 out of 5 teenagers who attempt suicide leave a sign. 4 out of 5. And you know what? They said 4 out of 5 because they don't want to say 5 out of 5. I want to argue that 5 out of 5. So basically, just because you don't acknowledge the signs doesn't mean that they didn't leave the signs. Just like you said, just because you don't acknowledge that your child is acting gay, if that's such a thing, if there were a thing, if your child was rather not acting, being gay, let's put that, if your child was being who they are, just because you didn't choose to acknowledge it doesn't mean it wasn't there. And so one of the people that say your child just came out at 17, they didn't know at 17. No. They knew at 3. You know why? Because in my free PDF, which you should get, by the way, it's called 10 Things You Should Know About Raising Your LGBTQ plus child. I mentioned there, number 3 says, your child has known, any child knows that they're a boy or a girl at the age of 3. And so if a cis male, which means a boy who's assigned male at birth and feels in their heart like they are male, if that child knows at the age of 3, then a trans child knows at the age of 3. So I'm just going to drop that right there. Okay, yeah, for you. No. You, yes, you, yeah. Tell your pastor I said that, okay? All right. Let's move on to Miss Kitia. I love that the moms are laughing.
Well,
Kitia, Ermin, I like what you said. And I wrote here, you said, you've always known, you were just waiting for them to come out to you. And then I wrote here, a mother always knows. A mother, and I can only speak for mothers, okay? Fathers, y'all probably know. I don't know, I'm not a father, but I'm a mother. And I want to ride on my mama boat, okay? And then you also mentioned something that I think is interesting. I want you to come back to you after we're done with Kitia. You mentioned that you almost tried to out them too soon, but then you said that they were not ready. I want you to come back later to that, sis. So just remember that, okay, sis? Ermin?
Yes.
Are you following me? Because you look like you're over there. Yeah? Are you here?
No, I'm right here.
Okay. So I want you to remember to tell us about how you tried to deter it, and then at the same time, try to out them earlier. So you asked them, well, are you gay? They were not ready. And then again, when they were younger, you try to deter it. So I want you I want a parent listening to understand that it is normal for
Yes.
Ermin to feel that way. So
Mhm.
Ermin, hold on to that, and then let's look at sister girlfriend. All right,
Got
Kitia,
it.
talk to us, Kitia.
Because in this case, I was oblivious.
Good. That's why you're here. That's
I
why
did
you're
not
here.
know. I did not know. My daughter had just had a miscarriage of twins. I did not know. So maybe about 6 months later, we had the grandchildren talk. She said, "Mom, her dad and I are divorced." And she said, "My dad keeps asking me, when am I going to have grandchildren? I don't know if I want to have a boyfriend or a girlfriend." I kept writing because I thought she was joking. I laughed at her. And she went away and she came back maybe a couple of weeks, maybe a month later. But I knew she had bisexual friends, gay friends. It didn't matter to me. I have bisexual friends, gay friends. It didn't matter. And she went away and she came back maybe about a month later. And she said, "Ma, my daddy keep bothering me about having grandkids. I don't know if I want to have a boyfriend or girlfriend." And I said something ignorant to the effect of, "Tell him to have his own kids," or "Why he keep telling you to have kids," or something to that effect. And she went away. And then the next thing I know, she came to me with a heartbreak. And it was the first girlfriend heartbreak. And I was like, wait, whoa, what? And we got past that. So then I guess I was still oblivious at that point. Okay, at that point, I'm thinking maybe it's just a phase. I'm gonna let her be. She's 20 something years old. She's trying to find herself. Let her go. Then she comes to me one day crying her heart out. She came out to her dad, who is a Baptist preacher.
Wow.
It did not go well. So now I have to console my child, who's 20 something years old, who just came out to her dad first, who told her everything but "your name is, and I love you." After I console my child, I have to get on the phone and call him and tell him a few choice words, because this is not what you do. This is not what you're gonna do, not to mine. And then I had to have a talk with my daughter that I will, and I had not had a talk with anyone else in life to make my daughter feel comfortable about herself. And at that point, I knew that it was real. As they say, shit just got real. And it did.
Wow, Kitia. Thank you so much on so many levels. Before I finish my thank you, let me say hello to a couple of people who are watching. Inez is watching from the Bronx, New York. Hi, Inez. And then Kay Breezy Young. Hi from Houston, Texas. I'm the one that sent you the Instagram message of me trying to be an advocate for my friend's daughter who's not having it. I don't make this shit up. I'm good, but I don't need to make anything up because this is real stuff. Thank you so much, KB. I see you, sis. I love you. If you're watching us, let us know where you're watching us from. Kia says from Delaware. We're across the nation, y'all. Oklahoma, Delaware, San Antonio, North Mexico, whatever. Thank you so much. And please type questions you have for the panelists. They're here to talk to you. They're here to bear their hearts out, okay? So before I go any further, I want to mention something that you mentioned, Kita. You mentioned the fact that your daughter was hanging out with lesbian and bisexual friends. Can I put it up to you, people who are watching us, that that is a sign? Water always finds its level.
She said,
always finds, 1 second, sis. Water always finds its level. Okay. And I don't know anything else, but one thing I know is people find their tribe. They find people like them. They do. And so if you find your child, again, this is educational as much as it's entertainment. I want you to learn that if you find that your child is hanging around folks that smoke, drink, and drive, chances are your child is, they say your average of the 5 people you spend time with. Okay? So I'm not making any stuff up here. So open your eyes that thou might see. That's what the good book said on the book of Mary. I don't know. Book of Lulu. I don't know. The book of Lulu says, open thy eyes that thou might see. Okay? So please, when your child is dropping all these little things, and she also mentioned that her daughter was hinting. Her daughter said, I don't know if I want to have a boyfriend or a girlfriend. This is not a response that just anybody gives you. This is a response that people who are possibly bisexual or gay will give to you. I don't know if I want to date a boy or a girl. Again, these are signs. Just because you don't choose to see them doesn't mean that they're not there. Okay, then she also mentioned she herself thought it was a phase. Thank you, Kira, for your vulnerability today, because my father said to me, I think it's a phase. And again, my dad is 80. Like I said yesterday, I forgive my dad because he's from a different lifetime. But the parents of today, you can't feign ignorance. You can't pretend you don't know. My father is 80. In his own day, there was even no words to describe it. But at least he did not do one thing. He did not tell me, shut up, get out of here, you're stupid, it's a lie. He didn't do any of that. He just said, well, I think it's a phase. I think you're going to get over it. What's for dinner? And that, for me, that made me feel like my dad was supportive, because he never said anything negative to me about it, ever. It's important that what you say to your kids will remember. They remember the good and the bad and the ugly. And then one thing you did, which I love you for, is after she met with her dad, you were now left to fix the damage control. Parents, listen, do not create a drama so that the other parent will come and try to fix it. That's what happened with my case. My ex-husband essentially disowned his son. And I had to try to fix it from the child. Then at one point the child was like, Mom, you know what? Don't worry about it. And I'm like, you know what? I'm not going to worry about it anymore. And so please, parents, be careful the words you say, how you say it, who you say it to, remarks you made. Your kids are hearing, they're listening. All right, Ermin, take it away, sis. Thank you so much, Kira. Ooh, Kira, I love you. Ermin, go back and respond to that question, because I already forgot the question, you know.
You were asking me, how did I deter him from being trans? Growing up, what I did.
Oh, no. I asked you the two. At one point you were trying to deter, and at the other point you were trying to out before they were ready. So just go ahead.
Yes. In the beginning, as growing up, 3, 4, 5, when I realized that Nico was different, I tried to include Nico in local pageant shows, modeling. I redid Nico's room into pink, Minnie Mouse, Barbie, everything feminine that I could possibly think of, because I saw it. When I tell you I saw it, I tried everything. Modeling, I was big into the modeling, and I taught Nico how to walk. There was one specific modeling show at her school, and I taught her how to sit up straight and how you walk when you're modeling. And I taught Nico this for an entire month. And the day of this fashion show, Nico got up on the stage and Nico did this. You know that walk that guys do? And this is after a month of teaching Nico to stand straight and walk like a lady. And Nico gave me this 2-step. So I was like, okay, Dad and I, we sat in the audience and we laughed about that. That was me trying to put Nico into, like, steer Nico's mind, feminine. It did not work. It did not work. When I tell you, I tried everything. And this is why I get really passionate when people tell me that their Jesus can deliver. Nico, I said, if you haven't walked in my shoes and knew what I've been through since Nico was 2 and 3, I don't want to hear it. And then once I became aware, okay, this is what it is. I didn't know about trans. I didn't do much research about, I just knew it was gay. I knew it as gay. Growing up, I knew, okay, this person is different. They like the same sex. They're gay. So that's what I knew. But once I realized, as Nico got older, I saw her, how Nico would dress. I was like, okay, I started doing research. So I had already accepted it now that Nico was not female. So I did my research. I researched back to ancient Indians. They called it 2 spirits. I did so much research. So I started to talk to Nico now. And I wanted Nico to tell me, like, what's up? But apparently Nico didn't know what was up. Even though I knew, I would ask Nico, like, what's going on? You gonna talk to me? You're gonna tell me what's going on? And Nico was like, no, I'm fine, I'm good. Until that day, Nico told me. And then it went from that, things went silent. Nico was able to dress how Nico wanted to dress. Everyone accepted Nico. I didn't have any issues with people not accepting Nico because I was very outspoken. So once Nico went through high school, went to prom, dressed as a male, did junior prom, senior prom as a male. Once all of that subsided, then Nico started to tell me about trans, but I had done my research on that. So after Nico came out as being gay, Nico told me, I'm gay, okay. Then Nico started to tell me about trans. So I was like, oh boy. I started to do more research and I realized a lot of things. I went back, I did research. I found out that they said back in the 40s, they considered kids like mine as having a mental problem. I didn't know that. So I did all this research. So then I would ask Nico, so what's next? Do you want to be a boy? And Nico was like, no. Eventually, Nico started to do his own research. And Nico led her path, his path. Nico did all the research, found all the doctors, did everything without me. And Nico brought the information to me. Nico made the appointments. Nico said, Ma, I paid for the hotel. Let's go get this breast reduction done, removal done. And to today, Nico is the one that's leading his efforts to bottom surgery. I have nothing to do with it. When Nico's done his research, he brings everything to me, then I go over it. But now Nico is leading me and teaching me because it's a lot of the different pronouns I don't know about. I don't know what half of the acronyms mean. Nico's teaching me these things. So it was a lot growing up. And I know me growing up as a Christian, I kind of struggled with it. But once I thought about, okay, so if everyone is accepting to a person breaking the 10 commandments, but you're picking and choosing which sin to direct your hate at. So once I realized all of this, I was like, you know what, these people can talk. They don't ever step to me with it though. They will speak behind my back. on the side of their mouth, on the face, but they never come to me with it. Because when I tell you I'm loaded and I'm ready. I'm ready for it all. I am.
Wow, thank you so much. What an awesome, awesome, awesome story you just told us. So
Yeah.
many phases, so many levels. I think for me, my one take home message from your story, Ermin,
Mhm.
is the fact that you knew when they were 2 or 3.
Yes.
So tell me which 2 or 3-year-old, which 2 or 3-year-old will choose to be
Yes.
over there where nobody loves you, is all hatred and homophobia. Tell me which 2 or 3-year-old is capable of coming up with that plan. Yeah, let's embarrass mommy. Let's try to be a boy when we're really a girl. Who? And so I'm glad, Thebeka, I don't know, maybe if you just leave if you want to just try without the camera, maybe you can do a brief intro, because Thebeka has a story similar to yours, but she has a trans female, and I wish, we could get it working. But in the meantime, I want to say something that I thought was interesting. You said you were actively trying for your baby to be everything pink, bows and arrows, whatever. I love that. I love that you're being so vulnerable today.
Yeah.
So that people can hear that you tried. Because a lot of times what I hear is the other way around. Like Thebeka, if she can talk, she would tell you that people told her that she was trying to make her child gay. But you, on the other hand, you're trying to make sure your child is not gay. I want you to hear what mothers are going through here. Oh, Thebeka, oh, I'm so sorry. What mothers are going through here. This always comes and falls on our laps. And you know what? Andrea has a similar story. I don't know if she wants to share. Andrea, do you want to share the discussion between you and your daughter's father? But before you do that, I want to welcome Toby Morris from Baltimore, Maryland. Thank you for watching. I want to read something that Kitia, you're getting some love from Judy. Judy says, Kitia, you are a model of love being a verb. Yes, love is a verb. Love on, mama. Oh my God, I love it. And then, wait, we have some more. We have some. Nico Baptiste, I don't know. Oh, that's your baby. Nico says, I tried my best. Nico, I don't know what he's talking about. But he said, I tried my best. I don't know what he was saying about. Oh, maybe the 2-step.
Yes.
All right. If you're just joining us, the show is Black and Gay in America. My name is Dr. Lulu. Yes, I is the host. I'm a mother of a non-binary LGBT young adults, and I'm doing it because I can. You can't do anything about it because I already did. Now here's the deal. I have 4 mothers. Thebeka is trying to join us, who are speaking from their hearts today about raising LGBTQ plus kids against gravity. Okay. Everybody's going down. These mothers are going up. That's what we do. Okay.
Yes.
And yes, I am a coach. I coach parents of LGBTQ plus kids. So if you need anyone to talk to, send me a DM. 1, 2, if you need my free PDF, go to dr-lulu.com. Someone please type it in for me. You know what, Nico? I'm a volunteer. You, Nico, talk about I tried my best. Nico is crazy. Nico is a mess. Felicia says, yes, let them talk. This mama is loaded and ready. So you know what? Ermin, Felicia has a trans baby. She was my patient from when I was, when I was active duty. Felicia said, she's loaded and ready. So yeah, so Ermin, you're getting a lot of love here. And then Nico says, actively annoying me with pink. Oh my God.
It was a lot. It was a lot of pink.
I love it. And then just look, check this out. He says pink rugs as well. Girl, did you try to give up at all?
No, I really
make the
tried.
water pink. You would have made the water pink.
I tried it.
And who even made the rule? Nico, this is for you, my darling. Who made the rule that pink is the color for girls? Where did that come from? This is a girl who loves all colors, honey. I don't even know where that came from. But here's what I want to put a twist to it. This is for education purposes. When you give a child a box of crayons with only pink and blue in it, the child will only paint pictures that have pink and blue. When you give that child a box of crayons with 24 different colors, the child's world bursts open with vibrant colors. I'm going to say that, I'm going to stop because he who needs it can hear me already. Let's go. So, Andrea, what were you saying, sis? Andrea, did I ask you a question, honey? Because I forgot.
So,
Thebeka, come on in, sis. Come on in, Thebeka. Andrea, go.
so you were asking me about my husband. What exactly did you want to
Yes,
like?
yesterday you
Mhm,
shared
mm,
the
mm,
conversation between you and your husband when your daughter came out,
mm.
and what I don't want to say it because I want you to say it. Can you
Yeah,
share that?
okay.
Because that was a good piece of information. Thank you.
Yes. So she just said to him, I'm lesbian. And I remember very clearly, like I think she may have been just about 10, and she just said to him, I'm lesbian, I like girls. And he just snapped at her, like, don't say that. You don't know what you're talking about. And she came to me afterwards and she was crying and she says, Mommy, I don't want to be lesbian anymore because I don't want daddy to not like me or not love me. Um, oh my God. Listen, okay, so my husband's not a bad person, but you don't have to be a bad person to hurt another human being, like
Right.
really, really deeply. I mean, and this is your child, right? And I
Mm-hmm.
know he didn't mean to hurt her, but he was thinking about himself at the
Yep.
time. And when we
Mm-hmm.
think about ourselves and we don't consider our children and how much we can hurt them, we cause so much harm. So, I comforted her as best as I could, and then I went to him and I just turned into a dragon. I can't remember exactly what I said to him, but I know, I think I did threaten like to kill him and stuff. So it was really like I was just like breathing fire and rah, it was like all the things, right? So, and afterwards, like I just made it very clear. Look, like you clean up your mindset around this. I cannot help you, unless you're willing to work together with me to make sure that Kana is protected and she's okay. And we haven't really discussed it afterwards. He doesn't like try to change her or anything like that. I'm not sure if he's fully accepted her. She adores her father. Like if I yell at him
Mm-hmm.
about anything, she's always stepping
Mm-hmm.
up to protect him. So she
I know
really,
Kita would
and,
agree.
and we don't realize
Mm-hmm.
our kids forgive us for the worst things. Our kids are so forgiving. And I don't think she's forgotten. She hasn't forgotten because every now and again she does come up with
Mm-mm.
like something
Mm-mm.
something about it, about her dad not accepting her, or maybe she can't talk to her dad about who she is,
Mm-mm.
because he's not going to like it, or he's going to get
Mm-mm.
mad at her. So right now, I love my husband and I know he loves my daughter, but I just feel like I'm the one as her mother.
Mm-hmm.
I'm the one who's her warrior right now.
Mm-hmm.
It's me. I'm the one who's gonna always be stepping up to protect her and her big sister and her big sister. So it's just like the two of us ready to go. We got our armor on and we're ready to go to war. But I have to tell you, like sometimes I get so scared because I'm like, oh my gosh, sometimes I just feel like I'm not I'm not gonna always be there to stand in front of people and like fight
Protect.
them for my daughter. So I do have that fear that she's going to get hurt really badly by the hate out there. And she's just like, in her mind it's like, Mom, I just, like, what's the big deal? And I do look at her text. She's still a child, so I do get protective and I watch what she's doing online. And I did see some interaction that she had with another little girl who said, what, you came out to your mom? You came out to your mom? And what did she say? And Kena was like, what? Like, my mom didn't say anything. She's fine with it. Your mom's okay with you being bi? Damn. Like, she was like so shocked, this other little girl. And Kena was like, but why? Like, why why wouldn't my mom accept me? You know, and it seems like Hannah had forgotten, or maybe she's just put a block on it for now, like the reaction from her father. And maybe that's what she's choosing to do to protect herself. Right now, that's what kids do, right? But I am so thankful for myself. I know I haven't been perfect at it. I haven't been like the perfect mom, but I'm thankful that my daughter feels so comfortable, you know, coming to talk to me about anything. Like she already came and she was like, Mom, I might be pansexual. And we did some research. We looked up what it meant, and then she's like, no, I don't think so. I think for now I'm bi. So she's even aware that it might change later on, you know, and that it might turn into something else. Like she's moving along a spectrum. And she's and yeah, you know, at one time it did scare the hell out of me, because my brain did go there like, oh God, please don't let her be trans, because I know how dangerous it is. Like when you are a trans Black woman, especially, it's like you got all kinds of targets on your back, and our trans Black women are getting killed. They commit suicide, they get killed, they don't live very long because we are not protecting them. And so I'm thinking, oh my gosh, how, like my brain did go there, but I'm just, you know, I'm just trusting that I will find everything I need. I mean, and I'm here, right? I'm here with you guys. I will find everything I need to take care of my child, to protect her, and also to help her protect herself, because at the end of the day, I'm not always going to be there, right? To stand in front of her and fight people. You know, I want to teach her to become assertive and speak up for herself, like all the things. But I have to say, there's still some of that fear. There's still that fear in my heart, because there's just so much hate out in the world.
I don't think we can get away from the fear. But before I say that, Ermin, did you have a question?
Yeah, well, not a question, but I wanted to add to what she was saying.
Sis, 1 second. 1 second. I want to acknowledge those watching us. Felicia Ann Arrington says, hello, ladies. I'm so proud to be part of such an amazing, diverse group of people. I want you ladies to know that, and I know you know how I feel, right? And I'm a big old crybaby, but I want you to know that what you're doing this afternoon, it is very, very, very important work. So thank you for speaking out your truth. Judy says, I think pink is alive on a man, or is it that a man is alive in pink? Judy, oh my God, okay. Let's go.
I agree with Judy.
Erin, go ahead, sis.
Yes.
Oh my God.
Yes.
Erin, make it quick, because I have 2 more questions and then we'll round up. Thank you.
Okay. What I wanted to say to Andrea is, when Nico was growing up, what helped Nico was I taught Nico to accept himself. I said, Nico, you look at the famous people, Beyonce, J. Lopez, people accept them, but people still talk about them. They're wealthy, they're famous, they're talented, they have money, and they're out there. People still talk about them. So you have to embrace you and accept you first. Then you'll be able to move on, and you won't fall into the bullies. The bullies won't bother you because you already accept you. You know, so it doesn't matter what anyone says, because they used to tease Nico because Nico's very hairy. I said, baby, you have to understand, people will talk regardless. So you just have to accept yourself. So maybe that will help. If you keep instilling that in your kid, they'll be fine. Yeah. They'll be able to face the world, face the bullies, face whatever comes at them, because they accept themselves for being themselves. You just keep reiterating that to them, because that helped me and Nico.
Yes, such powerful words. Celesta says, I agree. That's you, sis. Okay, she says she agrees. I love that. Okay, so we're going to hop on and do a couple more questions before I let you ladies go. So we're going to start from Andrea. And Thebeka, if you can hear me, if you can speak, I can just ask you a question, and then you can, because since your your Zoom is misbehaving, if you can hear me, just put a thumbs up and I'll ask you your question. But in the meantime, I'm going to start with Kita. Kita, why did you, Kiki, decide to support your child? That's a very powerful thing. Not coming on the show, none of that. Why did you decide in your heart to support your child? And I think we already kind of touched on it, but go ahead.
Because she's mine. I
Mm,
love her. And it doesn't matter whether she likes boys, whether she likes girls, whether she likes boys and girls. She's still my child. I'm not going to ever turn my back on her. And I
mm,
love her. And it doesn't matter who she wants to be with. So, I I agree with the other mothers. This is a very mean world, and we have so many people who do not want to share their stories, who do not want to come out and be their authentic selves
mm,
because they're afraid of what other people may say. And my daughter does not realize that is my, she's my, I'm looking for the right word. She is she's my backbone.
mm,
She's an
She
extension of you.
gives me strength.
mm.
She gives me strength.
That's
And
so.
she doesn't even realize the
Mm,
strength that she gives me. And I'm her mother
mm,
Yep.
because she's so strong. Not only is my daughter a lesbian, my daughter is diagnosed with lupus and she has epilepsy. They said
mm,
my daughter wouldn't live past 15.
mm.
My daughter is on the way to be 31. She had her first stroke at 24.
Oh my God.
And she started having epileptics. We found out she had lupus at 11, and she started having epileptic seizures at 12. So
Hmm.
my daughter has a host of her own life story.
Hmm.
She has a blog that is nationally followed about her life. Not only am I talking about her life, she talks about her life with her girlfriend, her life. My daughter is modeling now. My
Hmm.
daughter is very good in the PR. She's very widespread in the PR arena.
Hmm.
She doesn't realize that she gives me strength.
Hmm.
And that's why I'm so adamant about doing this, because I need her and I want her to know that no matter what, I love her, because I think that sometimes my daughter doesn't think that I support her decision. I think that sometimes my daughter thinks that because her dad feels the way that he feels, and for me, he sugarcoats his love, that I do the same. My
Hmm.
love is genuine, and I'm
Hmm.
not going to ever change my love as a mother for my child. I'm not going to ever change who I am. I just can't get into, instead of saying, I'm sorry and I apologize for something, I just buy you something.
Hmm.
I can't
I heard that.
I
That hit
can't
the
do it.
spot.
I can't do it. And that's what he does.
Yeah, I
And
figured.
he's really not sorry for this situation. He's not sorry because he still asks my son every day, has she changed?
I heard that the last time. I heard that the last
Mm-hmm.
time. Ooh, girl, we're gonna hop on to Andrea. Andrea, what would you say to other moms and dads, other moms and dads, um, or caregivers out there, just anybody who's out there who has a child who is in the LGBTQ plus community, what would you say to that individual?
You know, I would say that if you truly, truly love your child or this child that you were actually gifted with, our children are gifts, that you were gifted with. That love is unconditional. You cannot possibly love somebody and then you put all these conditions. Oh, you got to be straight. You got to, you were born with girl parts, so you got to behave like this. And it's like, then you don't love that person. It's like your love, then what, I don't know what it is, but it's contingent on all these conditions, right? And I know we are human and we do that, but unconditional love means, and I hear so many parents saying, I love my child unconditionally, but I wish they could do this, or I wish they could be this. It's like, that's not unconditional love. That's about your shit. Okay. That's about your shit.
Ooh,
So
Andrea cursed. Woo!
yeah, that's about your crap. So it's like you have to suspend your ego. You have to suspend your ego and think about this perfect human being that you were gifted with, who you really have an ability. You have such a huge ability to affect their life, right? In a positive and in a negative way. So and accepting another human being for who they are is one of the greatest gifts you can give them.
Yes.
And I believe,
you know what, just because you accept me, there's nothing wrong with you for accepting me. That's one thing about,
oh my gosh,
oh, that's the lesbian. Oh my God, hide our daughters. Our daughters cannot go on sleepovers. Listen, you don't want to sleep with every man you see on the street just because you're heterosexual. Why is it? No, I'm just going to come out and say it. Once you think, all you're thinking is, oh my God, who are they sleeping with? You're a pervert. You are a pervert. Because you should not be thinking about every time you see a lesbian, they don't want their kids to go on sleepovers. They don't want anything because they're afraid. You are a perv.
Yes.
Because the child just want to go and play basketball with their friend or whatever. It's not even, oh my God. Anyway, before I come back, we have some love. You're getting a lot of love. Kay Breezy said, oh my God, that's what my friend is doing towards her daughter. She's talking to you, Kitia. Kitia, you're getting a lot of love today because your honesty is so transparent. Ellen D says, gave you the, I don't know, I think Andrea was saying something, was like, yes. And then Dr. Ann says, love is unconditional, which is great. So that is true. And then Candace says, thank you, Andrea. I asked that exact same question during the first series about love. Love me regardless. You can't love me only when my hair is blue, only when I'm wearing the African outfits, only when I'm going to med school, or only when I'm cooking spaghetti. And then Candy says, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, Andrea. Woo! All right, let's share the love. Erin.
Yes, ma'am.
I'm going to ask you the same question I asked Kitia, because you have intentionally raised a trans male, a Black trans male, who, by the way, I love that picture, the picture of the little him and the big him.
Yes.
And also, did you notice how I've never made a mistake with your son's pronouns?
I noticed.
It's because I actually think about it before I say it.
Yeah, when I get excited, I don't.
I know, and I'm not saying about my son. You see, that's the thing. I didn't say that about my son.
Yeah.
But I'm saying about you because I'm also learning to be respectful. And I was so proud of myself the other day. See, your baby can probably cut you some slack.
Yes.
But I don't want him to cut me any slack because I want him to be respectful. However, you know what they say, the first cut is the deepest. Or when I said yesterday on Andrea's show, when Julius Caesar was stabbed by Brutus, that's the only time he said, "Et tu, Brute?" and then fell on Brutus, according to the play when we acted it in high school.
Mhm.
So when you stab your child, your stab is the most painful.
Yeah.
You're listening right now. I need you to do me a huge favor and just take a deep breath before you say the pronoun for anybody who's struggling, not because I'm not struggling, but because I am trying my best and I'll get there. My baby is 23 years old in May. It's been a minute. I'll be calling them he. Okay. So,
Yeah.
but if they is important to my child, and if I want to remain important in my child's life, I want to make day work. One.
Got it.
Two, one thing I told the parents yesterday at Andrea's show is you don't only want to be proud of your child, you also want to raise a child that's proud of you. You see, Ermin,
Yeah.
you said something earlier. You said, no, someone, I don't know who said, I think it was Kiki, that kids forgive. Who said that? Who said kids forgive? They forgive. Oh, Andrea, was it? Our kids forgive, they forgive so much, but they won't forget. And you know what? Queen Maya Angelou said, you may forget what they said, you may forget what they did, but you will never forget how they made you feel. Because you feel from the heart. So every time you put that knife and turn it and twist it and say, it's against my morals or my church doesn't believe that, you're making it about you. And if when your child jumps, don't come telling me to send you thoughts and prayers. I'm very intentional when I say this because I am about youth suicide prevention, not adult suicide prevention. That's another doctor. I'm a pediatrician.
Yeah.
So if and when your child jumps, don't come telling me, well, we just thought it was you don't know. Everybody has a different thing that they can take. I love that your son is so open and so, just giving you love here. But also, I want another parent to know that every child might not be Nico.
Definitely.
Okay, every child might not have the resiliency that it takes to give their mama, keep giving their mama a break. He said you almost get a pink rug. And but I want you to hear a woman who is trying to ungay her son. For those of you who think that the child is a phase or it's fake or it's not real, this is a woman who tried everything she knew to ungay her son. So, Ermin, go ahead and talk to me.
Your question was about love for Nico.
Yeah, no. Why did you decide to support your Nico? Yes, ma'am. And Nico has some points, and I'll come to that in a second. But go ahead, tell us why.
For me, it wasn't even a decision that I had to make. Nico sent me this meme, and the meme said, back in the 90s, two stupid people had sex, and now I have to pay bills. I look at it as we made Nico. Nico didn't ask to be here. So if I'm going to blame somebody, I'm going to blame myself. I don't blame anybody. So it's a matter of just me being me with my child, whether my child likes men, women, or unicorns. It doesn't matter. I'm going to support Nico. Just as I know Nico would support me or supports me in anything that I do. I have no issue. I think what made it easier for me to focus on Nico, I have one child. So I studied Nico. I paid attention to everything because I wasn't pulled in different directions. I had one kid, so I was able to zoom in and realize, okay, this is what's up. But it wasn't a matter of a question. Nico kind of grew up with me as my kid. I had Nico when I was 23. I was fairly young. So it wasn't really a decision that I had to make. I made this kid. This kid didn't ask to be here. This kid didn't ask to be different or not different. So that's my responsibility. I can't add much to that.
We're getting a lot of love from Nico. Nico says, pronouns don't mean, pronouns aren't a big deal for me. He says, because it doesn't make or break me, but I understand the respect part. This is a
Yes.
man, this is a smart man.
Yes.
It's not a big deal for me, but I understand. And for me, what I hear Nico saying is what I need to hear, need to practice. If I don't respect my son's pronouns, then I'm going to disrespect somebody else's.
Yes.
This is why Ermin will have to work extremely hard and put $5 in a jar every time she misgenders her child. Here's the
Yes.
thing, and I'm not joking when I say, because I coach parents.
Mhm.
That is the fastest way to get my clients that I coach to stop misgendering.
You-
The most money that a client put in a jar was $60. After the 12th time of misgendering, she stopped because it was going to be $600 one day. And so, while it's a money, you get to keep it, right? But I want you to think, imagine you didn't get to keep it. Imagine you got to pay it to me every time, or whoever, or to Nico. You will start becoming more intentional.
Aware.
Yes, intentionality, exactly, awareness. And then Nico also says, or Breezy says, when a child grows into a confident adult to finally tell you off, the parent thinks the child forgot because they forgave. Oh my God, that's powerful. They didn't.
Yeah. You know what I can add to that?
Yes,
What I could add to that, I have one of my workers at work is male to female trans, and she has always presented herself to me as a female. And I don't call her him, even though in paperwork he's him, but I've always called this person her, Nicole, her. So it's the only reason I think with Nico, I struggle the hardest with Nico because I called Nico mama for years. I called Nico nanny for years. And like I have to train myself to say him and her. And coming from me, it's not a matter of disrespect. It's just me not thinking before I speak. And sometimes it just flows because I see Nico as Nick. It's just Nico. So, and I'm so used to it. And it's not to make an excuse, because if another trans person presents themselves to me as a female, even though I know they were born male, I'm gonna call them female. Most definitely. I feel blessed that Nico does not gripe over it. And it's not only with me, it's with everyone. Nico does not stress over what people call him or her or they. Nico does not stress with anybody. But like he said, it's a matter of respect. And I get that. I just have to keep working on me.
That's it. And I love that you and Nico have, and everybody here, with their kids, have such a beautiful relationship. Sadly, we didn't get to speak with Thebeka because we're at the end of this already. But I want everyone to know, what I wanted for this whole Black and gay in America was a selfish reason. It was selfish because I'm a coach of parents of LGBTQ kids. But then I realized that out of the abundance of loving my son, I knew that there are other parents who also struggle. But you know what? As soon as I stopped saying I'm struggling, I've not misgendered them anymore. And as a coach, I know that when you focus on something, it gets bigger. And so I'm not focusing on that anymore. I'm focusing on whatever else, the baby, chicken, whatever, And so, but it was more selfish. I wanted people to know that, okay, I have this business. But then before I could even finish that thought, God was like, it's not about you, baby girl. There are other mothers and fathers out there and children. And look at the gentleman that sent me a message today. He said, I just wanted to thank you from my heart for what you do. The other day I was in Clubhouse. This girl just finished speaking. And then she said, I have to leave now because, and then I said, don't leave. She's like, what? I said, don't leave. I said who I was. She's like, you're Nigerian? She said, oh my God, I wish my parents were like you and all that, because she feels the rejection from parents. And I know, and I went in a room with her and I just loved on her and just hugged on her. And so I say, you have a brand new auntie. Because that's what we do in Nigeria, in Africa. Everybody's your auntie. Like I did with your baby today. I said, meet all your aunties, all your mamas. This is what we do.
Yes.
Village to raise a child. It also takes a village to save a child. So all of us are part of the village, you know?
That's right.
So we've come to the end of this. I want to say huge, big, ginormous, Texas-sized, bigly thank you to everyone who's watching. If you're a parent and you're on Clubhouse, join us today at 6 p.m. We're going to be talking about the joy of parenting an LGBTQ kid. The joy of parenting, because it's not all bad. One. Two, if you're a parent or you know a parent who needs to talk to someone, send me a DM. I could take it. I used to be commander in the US Air Force. I promise you, I'll take them down. And then last but not least, if you need a free PDF, I've actually updated it already. It's 10 things you should know about raising your LGBTQ plus child. As you stand by for the book called It's Not About You. Yes, my book is called It's Not About You. A through Z of raising your LGBTQ. I can give you A, B, and C. A is awareness, like Ermin said. B is believe the shit out of them, honey. They're not faking. And C is create a safe space in your heart and in your home. For the rest of the alphabet, you got to get the book. All right, so now I'm going to say goodbye to everyone. Krista says, thanks for sharing, everyone. You're getting a lot of love. All right, we're going to start alphabetically again. So, Andrea, where can the viewers find you? And any words of advice if you haven't said them, but where can they find you? I want to blow up everybody's business because it's spent an hour and a half. All right, go.
So everybody can find me on Instagram. I am the activist coach. So, and there's like, it's the -activist coach. You'll find me on Insta. Yes. And
an anti-racist coach. Yes.
Yes, I'm an anti-racist coach. So that's where you'll find me.
That's good. And then what about Kitia? Oh my God, Kitia, I love your Facebook page. I just go on there, just be checking you out with your beautiful headgear. Such a beautiful woman. As you guys, 2018, my New Year resolution was always to compliment women. So it is what it is.
Thank you so much.
Beautiful eyes, beautiful pictures, and then every now and again, see her badge. Boom, in your face. Yeah, okay, I love that. So go ahead and tell us, where can the people find you?
Thank you. I am on Facebook. I am on Clubhouse. I am on Instagram. I am on Twitter. I will put the addresses in the comments.
Yes, and any words of advice, or are you pretty much, you've kind of given everything you got?
Shoot the inbox up. Shoot the inbox up.
Fantastic. What about you, Ermin? Where can the people find you, and any words of advice for the people?
Well, you can find me on Bella Vision. That's on Facebook, Instagram, and on YouTube. And words of advice I can give to everyone: just be you. Be you. You can't be anything else, anyone else, just be you. Okay?
Short and straight to the point. And Nico,
yes.
Nico and his mom have a beautiful show. I was binge watching. I watched like 20 of those shows or something one night. They're very short.
Yeah.
They share his journey, which I just thought it was so beautiful. I'm like, why don't you have a freaking TV show on one of these reality shows yet?
We're hoping. We're hoping.
We're speaking into existence because you are doing something that I've never seen before.
Yeah.
A Black woman sharing, it's mostly a Black son, but either way, sharing the journey. We have this 100-pound life. We can have this life because this life is also important. So
definitely.
Whoa, yeah, it's been real. Everybody that watched us, thank you so much. There were no questions. I usually want to know if anybody has any questions. I didn't see any questions. Y'all, thank you so much for watching us. I was just feeling love on Facebook. And Thebeka, maybe she can come and say goodbye.
Bye,
She's been
Thebeka.
trying.
Yes,
Bye,
she has been.
Thebeka.
Right, bless her. She tried and tried. But if she comes in, I'm gonna let her say goodbye. I don't know if she can say goodbye, and then we'll all just kind of peace, love, and so on. Big hug. Thebeka, if you can hear me, sis, can you say goodbye? Because we're done.
Oh,
Oh, I'm so sad. I'm so sad.
yeah.
Sis, if you can hear me, can you just come on camera just to say goodbye and thank you? I don't know. Can you hear us?
No.
No. All right, ladies, I did take a picture. So everybody give me your beautiful face so I could take another picture. Since we have Thebeka in the room, everyone say cheese.
Cheese.
Hello, ladies.
Yay.
I hear her.
Thebeka, you there?
Hello, ladies.
Hi.
Hello. Hi.
I got a picture with your name on it.
Hello, ladies. Am I in the room?
Yes, you're
Yes,
in
you
the room.
are.
Yes. Oh, she can't hear us.
She can't hear.
Oh, man. All right. Well, ladies, this was real. Ermin, thank you.
You're
Kitia,
welcome.
I love you.
I love you
Andrea,
too.
my girl, I'll see you on IG. I love you. Thebeka, thank you for coming, for trying. And of course,
Yes.
now your thing is working because we're at the end. You know, isn't it crazy? That was our sign. All right, everyone. Bye. Oh my
Bye.
goodness.
Bye.
On Facebook right now. I'm going to put the picture on Facebook. Facebook, thank you so much for joining us. It was very nice. If you want the ladies to come back next time, type it in the comment section. I'll make sure they come back and pour love into you. All right. Peace, love, and soul.
Oh.
Bye.
Bye.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome.